Did you know that 80% of people over 70 believe walking alone is enough to stay healthy, yet studies show it could accelerate aging in key areas? That's right, while walking is great, it's not the full answer to aging vibrantly. In this video, we'll debunk this common myth and reveal 5 critical strategies to maintain strength, balance, joint health, and independence well into your golden years. From muscle-building exercises to joint-friendly movements, we've got you covered with practical tips and real-life examples. If you find this helpful, give us a thumbs up, share with a friend, and hit that subscribe button with a bell icon to never miss a video. The myth of walking as the ultimate exercise. Picture this: you're strolling through a sun-dappled park, the breeze gently rustling the leaves, your heart rate slightly elevated, feeling good about getting your steps in. For years, we've been told that walking is the golden ticket to staying healthy as we age. It's simple, low impact, and gets you moving. But here's the question: is walking really enough to keep you strong, balanced, and independent after 70? The surprising truth, backed by recent research, is no. While walking is a fantastic starting point, relying on it as your sole form of exercise could leave critical aspects of your health neglected, potentially speeding up the aging process in ways you might not expect. Let's dive into why this is the case. According to a 2023 study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, older adults who only walk for exercise are at a higher risk of developing sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass and strength, compared to those who incorporate diverse forms of exercise. Sarcopenia isn't just a fancy term. It's one of the leading causes of frailty, falls, and loss of independence in older age. Walking, while excellent for cardiovascular health and leg strength, doesn't provide the resistance needed to maintain muscle mass or the dynamic movements required to keep your joints flexible and your balance sharp. So, what's the solution? In this guide, we'll explore 5 key areas you should focus on, beyond just walking, to age with strength, vitality, and confidence. These strategies are backed by science, illustrated with real-life stories, and designed to be practical, even if you're starting small. Whether you're 70, 80, or beyond, it's never too late to take control of your health. Let's get started with our first key area: building and maintaining muscle mass through strength training. Key Area 1. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. Why muscle mass matters. Imagine trying to carry a bag of groceries up the stairs, only to feel your arms trembling under the weight. Or struggling to open a stubborn jar of pickles without asking for help. These everyday tasks rely on something we often take for granted: muscle strength. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass at a rate of about 3 to 5% per decade after age 30, with a decline accelerating after 70. This condition, known as sarcopenia, doesn't just make daily tasks harder. It increases the risk of falls, fractures, and even cognitive decline. A 2022 study from the National Institute on Aging found that older adults who engage in regular strength training are 40% less likely to experience functional decline compared to those who don't. Muscle mass isn't just about looking strong. It's about staying independent, keeping your bones sturdy, and even boosting your brain health. Walking, while great for your heart and lower body, doesn't provide enough resistance to counteract this muscle loss effectively. The risks of relying solely on walking. Let's consider Robert, a 74-year-old retiree who loved his daily walks. He'd stroll for 30 minutes each morning, convinced he was doing everything needed to stay healthy. But over time, he noticed it was harder to carry boxes from the garage or get up from the couch without using his hands. His doctor delivered a wake-up call: walking alone isn't enough. You're losing muscle mass, and that's affecting your strength and balance. Robert's story isn't unique. Many of us fall into the trap of thinking cardio-focused activities like walking are a complete fitness solution. Walking primarily engages the muscles in your legs and hips, but it doesn't challenge your upper body, core, or smaller stabilizing muscles. Without resistance, These muscles weaken over time, making tasks like lifting, twisting, or even standing up more difficult. The good news: you don't need to become a bodybuilder to reverse this trend. How to start strength training. Strength training doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or spending hours in a gym. It's about progressively challenging your muscles to keep them strong and active. Here are some practical, beginner-friendly exercises you can do at home. Chair squats. Sit on a sturdy chair, then stand up using only your legs, not your hands. Do 8 to 12 reps, rest, and repeat for 2 to 3 sets. This strengthens your thighs, glutes, and core. Wall push UPS. Stand about arm's length from a wall, place your hands on it, and do push-ups by bending and straightening your elbows. Aim for 10 to 15 reps, 2 to 3 sets. This targets your chest, shoulders, and arms. Resistance band rows. Using a resistance band, available for under $10 online, pull the band toward you while seated or standing to work your back and arms. Do 10 to 12 reps, 2 to 3 sets. Bodyweight lunges. Step forward with one leg, bending both knees to lower your body, then push back to standing. Alternate legs for 8 to 10 reps per side, 2 sets. This builds leg and hip strength. Real-life example: Robert's transformation. After his doctor's advice, Robert started a simple strength training routine 3 times a week. He used resistance bands for rows and bicep curls, did chair squats, and added wall push-ups. Within 3 months, he noticed a dramatic difference. Carrying groceries felt easier, his balance improved, and he could get up from the sofa without a struggle. Robert's confidence soared, and he felt more in control of his body than he had in years. Testing your strength. Want to know if your muscles need a boost? Try this quick test. Sit on a chair and stand up without using your hands. If it's easy, great, you're on the right track. If it feels like a struggle, it's a sign your muscles could use some targeted work. Another test. Can you carry a moderately heavy bag, like 10 to 15 pounds, for a minute without your arms giving out? If not, strength training is your next step. Why it works. Studies, like one from the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, 2024, show that even light resistance training 2 to 3 times a week can increase muscle mass by 5 to 10% in older adults within 6 months. This not only improves physical function but also boosts energy levels, enhances brain health, and even extends life expectancy by reducing the risk of chronic diseases. Pro tip: start small, 10 minutes, 3 times a week, and gradually increase the challenge. Consistency is key. If you're new to exercise, consult your doctor before starting, especially if you have health conditions. Have you noticed it's harder to lift or carry things like you used to? Let's move on to our second key area: preventing falls through balance and stability exercises. Key area 2. Preventing falls with balance and stability exercises. The hidden danger of falls. Imagine this: you're walking down a sidewalk, enjoying the fresh air, when you trip over a crack and nearly fall. Your heart races, but you catch yourself just in time. For many people over 70, that near miss could have been a disaster. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults, with over 3 million emergency room visits annually in the U.S. alone. A single fall can lead to fractures, long recovery times, or even a loss of independence. Here's the kicker: walking, while great for endurance, doesn't fully train the small stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core that keep you upright. These muscles are critical for preventing stumbles, especially as your balance naturally declines with age. So, how do you stay steady on your feet? Why walking isn't enough for balance. Walking is a forward motion activity that engages large muscle groups but doesn't challenge the tiny muscles responsible for quick adjustments, like when you step on an uneven surface or turn suddenly. Over time, these muscles weaken, and your balance suffers. A 2023 study in gerontology found that older adults who only walked had a 30% higher risk of falls compared to those who included balance-specific exercises. Simple balance exercises to try. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership to improve your balance. Here are 4 exercises you can do at home, starting today. Single leg stand. Hold on to a sturdy chair or counter for support. Lift one foot slightly off the ground and hold for 10 to 15 seconds. Switch sides. Aim for 3 sets per side. As you improve, try letting go of the support. Heel-to-toe walk. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, like walking on a tightrope. Do 10 steps, rest, and repeat 2 to 3 times. Weight shifts. Stand with feet hip-width apart, shift your weight to one leg, and lift the other slightly. Hold for 5 seconds, then switch. Do 10 reps per side, 2 sets. Side steps. Step sideways to the right, then bring your left foot to meet it. Repeat for 10 steps, then switch directions. Do 2 sets. Real-life example. Edward's wake-up call. Take Edward, a 76-year-old who loved his daily walks through his neighborhood. One day, he tripped on a curb and nearly fell, catching himself at the last second. Shaken, he visited his doctor, who recommended balance exercises. Edward started with single leg stands and heel-to-toe walks, practicing for 10 minutes daily. After a few weeks, he felt steadier, and his fear of falling diminished. He even noticed he could navigate uneven sidewalks with more confidence. Testing your balance. Here's a quick test. Stand behind a chair, hold on lightly, and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without wobbling? If not, it's time to prioritize balance training. Start small and progress gradually. Your body will thank you. Why it works. Balance exercises strengthen the proprioceptive system, your body's ability to sense its position in space. A 2024 study in The Lancet showed that just 10 minutes of balance training 3 times a week reduced fall risk by 25% in older adults. Better balance means fewer injuries, more confidence, and a greater ability to enjoy daily activities. When was the last time you felt unsteady on your feet? Let's move to our third key area, keeping your joints flexible and mobile. Key Area 3, Flexibility and Mobility for Joint Health. The importance of joint mobility. Picture yourself trying to turn your head to check your blind spot while driving, only to feel a twinge of stiffness in your neck. Or bending down to pick up a dropped pen and feeling your back protest. These are signs that your joints are losing their range of motion, a common issue as we age. Walking, while great for circulation, is a linear movement that doesn't stretch your joints through their full range. Over time, this can lead to stiffness, reduced mobility, and even pain. According to a 2023 report in Arthritis Care and Research, older adults who don't actively work on flexibility are 50% more likely to experience joint stiffness that limits daily activities. Flexible joints aren't just about comfort, they're essential for independence. Why walking falls short? Walking primarily moves your hips and knees in one plane, forward and backward. It doesn't challenge your shoulders, neck, spine, or ankles to move through their full range. Without regular stretching, your joints can become like rusty hinges, stiff and hard to move. This can make simple tasks like reaching for a high shelf or tying your shoes feel like a chore. Easy flexibility exercises. Here are 4 simple exercises to keep your joints limber, all doable at home. Neck rotations. Sit or stand tall. Slowly turn your head to the right as far as comfortable. Hold for 3 seconds, then turn to the left. Do 5 reps per side, 2 sets. Shoulder rolls. Roll your shoulders forward in a circular motion for 10 reps, then backward for 10 reps. Do 2 sets. This loosens your upper back and shoulders. Spinal twists. Sit on a chair, twist your torso gently to the right, holding the chair for support for 5 seconds. Repeat on the left. Do 5 reps per side, 2 sets. Ankle circles. Sit and lift 1 foot, rotating your ankle clockwise for 10 circles, then counterclockwise. Switch feet. Do 2 sets per side. Real-life example, Walter's turnaround. Walter, 78, was an avid walker but woke up with increasing back and hip stiffness. Bending to pick up small items felt like a marathon. His doctor suggested adding mobility exercises. Walter started with 10 minutes of daily stretches, neck rotations, spinal twists, and yoga-inspired poses. Within weeks, his stiffness eased, and he could move more freely. He even noticed better posture and less discomfort during his walks. Testing your flexibility. Try this. Stand tall and slowly turn your head to look over each shoulder. Do you feel smooth movement or tightness? If it's the latter, your joints could use some love. Another test. Bend forward to touch your toes, or as close as you can. If it feels restricted, flexibility exercises are a must. Why it works? Regular flexibility exercises increase joint lubrication and maintain your range of motion. A 2024 study in the Journal of Rheumatology found that 10 to 15 minutes of daily stretching reduced joint pain by 20% in older adults. Better mobility also improves circulation, reduces injury risk, and enhances your ability to stay active. How easy is it for you to move your joints freely? Next up, let's talk about strengthening your core and posture. Key Area 4. Core strength and posture for spinal health. Why core strength matters. Imagine standing tall, shoulders back, moving through your day with confidence and ease. Now picture slouching, with rounded shoulders and nagging back pain. The difference? Your core strength and posture. Your core, those deep muscles in your abdomen and lower back, supports your spine, stabilizes your body, and helps you breathe deeply. Weak core muscles can lead to back pain, poor posture, and even breathing difficulties. A 2023 study in Spine Journal found that older adults with strong core muscles had a 35% lower incidence of chronic back pain. Walking alone doesn't engage these deep muscles enough to keep them strong, which is why targeted core exercises are essential. The posture problem. As we age, it's easy to develop a forward slump, shoulders rounded, head tilted forward. This not only affects how you look but also puts strain on your spine, increasing pain and fall risk. Walking doesn't correct this. In fact, if you walk with poor posture, it can reinforce bad habits. Core and posture exercises. Try these 4 exercises to strengthen your core and improve posture. No gym required. Seated pelvic tilts. Sit on a chair, tilt your pelvis forward and backward gently, engaging your lower abs. Do 10 to 12 reps, 2 sets. Wall posture reset. Stand with your back against a wall, heels, hips, shoulders, and head touching. Hold for 30 seconds, step away, and try to maintain that alignment. Repeat 3 times. Abdominal contractions. Sit or stand, gently tighten your abs as if pulling your belly button toward your spine. Hold for 5 seconds, release. Do 10 reps, 2 sets. Shoulder blade squeeze. Sit or stand, pull your shoulder blades back and down, hold for 5 seconds, release. Do 10 reps, 2 sets. Real-life example. Harold's relief. Harold, 75, loved his daily walks but started noticing chronic lower back pain and slouched shoulders. His doctor explained that his weak core was causing spinal misalignment. Harold began with pelvic tilts and wall posture resets, spending just 10 minutes daily. Within a month, His back pain was gone, and he stood taller, feeling more energized. His improved posture even made breathing easier. Testing your posture. Stand against a wall with your heels, hips, shoulders, and head touching. Can you hold this position comfortably? If not, your posture may need work. Another test. Sit on a chair and tighten your abs. If it feels weak or tiring, it's time to focus on your core. Why it works. Core exercises stabilize your spine, reducing strain and improving balance. A 2024 study in physical therapy showed that core training 3 times a week reduced back pain by 30% and improved posture in older adults. Good posture also enhances digestion, breathing, and confidence. Do you catch yourself slouching more than you'd like? Let's move to our final key area, protecting your joints. Key Area 5. Joint protection and low-impact movements. The wear and tear of joints. Your joints, knees, hips, ankles, are like the hinges on a well-used door. Over time, cartilage wears down, and joint fluid decreases, leading to stiffness or pain. Walking, while low impact compared to running, still places repetitive stress on the same joints. For many, this can worsen discomfort or slow recovery. A 2023 study in osteoarthritis and cartilage found that diversifying exercise reduces joint pain by 25% compared to repetitive activities like walking alone. Why diversification helps? Activities like swimming, cycling, or chair yoga move your joints through varied ranges without overloading them. These low-impact exercises improve circulation, strengthen supporting muscles, and reduce wear and tear. Joint-friendly exercises. Here are 4 low-impact activities to protect your joints. Chair yoga. Perform seated stretches like arm raises or leg extensions. Follow a 10-minute online video 3 times a week. Water aerobics. If you have access to a pool, try water-based exercises to move joints with minimal stress. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. Stationary cycling. Use a stationary bike for 15 to 20 minutes at a gentle pace, 3 times a week, to keep hips and knees moving smoothly. Tai Chi. This slow, flowing practice improves joint flexibility and balance. Try a beginner class or online video for 10 to 15 minutes, 3 times a week. Real-life example. Raymond's recovery. Raymond, 77, walked daily but developed persistent knee pain. His doctor suggested cutting back on walking and adding water aerobics and chair yoga. Within weeks, Raymond's knee pain eased, and he felt more mobile. He continued walking but mixed in these joint-friendly activities, staying active without discomfort. Testing your joint health. Sit on a chair and stand up slowly without using your hands. Notice how your knees and hips feel. If there's stiffness or pain, it's time to incorporate low-impact exercises. Another test. Walk for 10 minutes and note any joint discomfort. If present, diversify your routine. Why it works. Low-impact exercises lubricate joints and strengthen surrounding muscles, reducing pain and stiffness. A 2024 study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that older adults who added low-impact activities reduced joint pain by 20% and improved mobility. Are your joints feeling stiffer than they used to? Let's wrap this up. Aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means adapting smarter. Walking is a fantastic habit, but to truly thrive after 70, you need a well-rounded approach. Focus on building muscle with strength training, improving balance to prevent falls, staying flexible for joint health, strengthening your core for better posture, protecting joints with low-impact movements. These small changes can transform how you feel, move, and live. Which of these 5 areas will you focus on first? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know one action you'll take today. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe to Ageless Living with the bell icon for more tips to age vibrantly. Your support grows our community, and we can't wait to bring you more content to inspire and inform. Here's to living agelessly.